Greetings, people. Day 2 of my Everquest 2 Origins gameplay and interface tutorial. First, let me see if I could go ahead and gain a level, get to level 7 at least. Then I'll go over some things in the interface. Bronze short sword with no stats. Basically, it's just for appearance. Level 1, yeah. This is could be used for an appearance. My next level. This is an 8 Ranger. This one's trying to be a little troublesome for you. Okay. I will probably try to find a group, but I won't do that today because I'm going to be going over some things in the interface and that may take a while, so I probably won't have time for a group. So I'm just go ahead and get to level 7 real quick and start going over some things. fairies, I may get one of them language quests. Okay, so this one's not an encounter. The encounter ones are the ones that have the lines up under them, up under their name, like this one and this one. If I if I try to attack one of these with the line under their names, both of these two will come at me with the lines under their names. Now this one, I can attack this one and they won't do nothing. Oh, hang on that. Go ahead and take this out real quick. Oh, yes, you are. Oh, I'm right close to it. One more kill should do it. I have 2,649 experience, and I need 2,650. So I'm 1 point away. One experience point away. And where is that other fairy? Oh, there it is. Right. This one right in front of the other ones. See, they won't do anything. Because it's not an encounter. Now you saw them strange symbols in that chat bubble that fairy was speaking. Now if I had completed the language quest for that fairy, then I would be able to understand what it was saying. But as a result, I haven't started that quest yet because I haven't gotten the drops from any of these fairies. So she speaks a foreign language to me. Aha. Now these are the same level as me. What this one is. This one is level 8. The yellow one is 8. The white one is 7. Misty Stone is what I need to complete this arcane bandage crafting quest. It should drop from this, if it does drop. The lapses illusi. That's what I need. Ah, big job. Try this one. I'm gonna take out one of these things. just got one of my quests completes. I need 3 more of those. And my new spell, my new ability that I gained at level 7 is Cobra Circle. It inflicts 17 to 29 magic damage on targets in an area effect around me. It uses up 18 power and has a 30-second recast time. Go after this before they get them. Trouble. Yeah, I might have to have that. What allowed me to get away is that I clicked my auto attack to turn it off so I could turn around and run. Now, I wouldn't be able to turn around and run. I would have kept attacking that monster, and then he would have eventually killed me because I wouldn't be able to figure out how to get away from him with that auto attack on. So I had to click this button right here, this auto attack, to turn that off, and then I clicked my sprint spell so I could get away from him. I could run with a burst of speed in combat, and that allowed me to get away. He was about to kill me. Okay. I guess I'll start on this interface. Level 7 warden. I'll go to the character screen. I think I went over the equipment tab and the appearance tab yesterday. Excuse me. Yeah, I did. And I went over wardrobe, not skills. I don't know if I did skills or not. Okay, the skill tab opens this screen up, and you have, now these skills level up automatically as you do combat. Sometimes they level up slow, sometimes they level up faster. Have a range skill. It says this is how well you use bows and thrown weapons. So if I had some knives to throw, then this skill would level up a lot faster. But I currently don't have any knives equipped, so I haven't been using this skill yet. I need to get some. Slashing. This is how well you use all types of swords and axes. So I won't be leveling this up because I use nunchucks or maybe some other type of weapon, but I don't use swords on this character and axes. I don't use those. Crushing. Now my nunchucks are a crushing weapon. That's why this has been leveled up to 37. Crushing is at 37 right now. 37 of 37. So I'm at max level for this. Sometimes it could go even higher than that. It'll say max, I mean, it'll say 37 or 37, but I can still increase that because I just turned to level 7, so yeah, it's going to increase much higher than that as I get towards level 8. You would think it would say 37 of something much higher than being equal 37 of 37, but that's how they've always done it. Fists. This is how this allows you to use your fists in battle. That stays at 35. That doesn't gain. I don't think it gains any higher than that. At least I don't think so. I'm not sure about that though. It may go higher. I don't know. I haven't been noticing it. Focus. This is how well you maintain your concentration in battle. This will help you cast spells or perform combat arts while under attack. Okay, so I have abilities. These are my abilities. So I have been calling my combat arts abilities down here that I be clicking on when I'm in combat. But these are actually called combat arts that I'm showing the mouse over. I'm scrolling the mouse over right now. These combat arts that I have been doing in combat. The taunt, the forward strike, kick, and so on. Those are combat arts. When I click on the word combat arts, they show up. All of those are combat arts. Then I have trade skills. Abilities are these things here. My emotes and ranged and melee, auto attack, icons, sprint, and so on. Piercing. I won't be using piercing either. This is how well you use daggers and spears. Well, if I had a spear, I'm not sure if I could use a spear or not. I never tried to use a spear on a monk, but I might be able to. I'm not sure. I will have to look at a drop. If I get a spear, that I can check it out, inspect it, and see. I don't have any in my inventory at the moment. Avoidance. This is how well you avoid physical attacks. Right now my defense is at 33 of 33. Parry. This gives you a chance to ward off a physical attack. I'm at 35 of 35. Deflection. This gives you a chance to avert a physical attack. 35 of 35. So the monk has 3 defensive skills. at the moment. Trade skill button. Craftsman. Craftsman has sub skills of sculpting, artistry, and fletching. Sculpting is for when you get to level 10, artesian level 10. I'm at artesian level 7 right now. When I get to artesian, um, really when I get to artesian level 9 and a half, or a little over level 9, then I could go ahead and try to and do the quest to improve my to get to the next upgrade of artesian. I would be able to choose my path that I want to take, whether it be craftsman, outfitter, scholar. Okay, now no, these are the these sculpting, artistry, and flanking are the sub skills of craftsmen. But a craftsman has they can become carpenters, craftsmen. They become carpenters, provisioners, or trade or tradesmen. I don't remember seeing that being called tradesmen, but that's what they have here. But this is a early version of uh, a version of. I'm not sure what year this is, but what version this year is of this Everquest 2 Origins. But it's back some years ago, dated back to a version back some years ago, but they still have some things that they added to it. No, it's not completely like it was back when this game first came out many years ago. Maybe it was called tradesman back then, so that's probably why I see that name of their tradesman. Okay, the outfitters can become tailorers, armorers, and scholars can become hmm, chemists, chemistry, and what's the other one? I don't see it up here. I'm looking, but I don't see the name of it. It says this is how well you create magic items by using trade skills. This is how well you create spells and copy books. I don't think it's called a scribe, but the name may have been called that back when this game first came out. So that could be what it is called today. And the sub skills of this scholar is scribing, artificing, and chemistry. And I've gained a few points in all of these so far because you'll get a chance to craft from all of these different crafts where you do the early crafts tutorials. Crafting tutorials. Secondary trade skills experimentation allows you to improve handcrafted items with risky experiments. So that's the trade skills. General, you have harvesting, which includes foresting, gathering, transmuting, fishing, mining, and trapping. General skills are swimming, alcohol tolerance. The more you drink alcohol, the more tolerant you become of the alcohol. Safe fall. Safe fall is when I go to high peaks in the game, high areas, and I jump down, and when I fall, I may gain safe fall experience. And then the more I do that, the more I level up this safe fall skill, and it allows me to fall, to go to higher heights, and be able to jump down from higher heights and higher without gaining much damage, without receiving much damage from the fall. Languages. I'm currently have common language and Karen language. Now you can obtain more languages from a linguist in certain cities. I know there are in all the main cities like Freeport, um, Kinos, Neriac. They're in all those main cities. And what's the other one? Forgot the other one name. But you can find a linguist in all those cities, and then you have to pay for the language that you want to speak by giving it coin, the merchant coin. Factions. So we have city factions and Shadowlands factions so far. So we got two different types of factions so far in this expansion, this first expansion of Everquest 2 Origins. We'll receive more once we get to later expansions as time goes on. My city of Freeport faction scowls at me right now because it's at negative 50,000. Definitely want to stay away from there as long as I'm low level. Once I get to high level, then I can go there and beat them up. Exile, minus 40,000. Neriac, city of Neriac, minus 40,000. City of Garrowin, minus 15,000. Apprehensive, so I can go there. I can go there without being attacked. Now, even though it says apprehensive and only minus 15,000, there may still be a few mobs there that you could count on one hand that may attack you. So it's always good to inspect whatever you're getting close to. You know, hover your mouse over them and then click on. See, this is this mud seep that I just clicked on. Then this is the target right here. It says mud seep level 6. And if I click on the health bar, that green health bar, it tells me that this creature regards you indifferently. So that means it won't attack me. I could get close to it. If you see indifferently, you could get close to it and it won't attack. And if you see scowls, if something scowls at you, then that means it's aggressive and it'll attack you if you get close enough to it. Some of them have a high, some mobs have a high aggro range, and if you think you're not near it, it still may attack you because it could detect you when you're even far away from it, within medium range of it or something like that. It may still attack you. So we gotta be very careful with that. Now, low level stuff, you won't find much low level stuff that attack you when you're in medium to long range from them. New Hollis, 5,000 faction indifferent. So there's nothing in New Hollis that will attack me. Now, some of the merchants there in New Hollis may not allow me to buy from them, because I've had that happen before on different characters. If I didn't have Hollis as my hometown, even though I was indifferent and I had maybe 5,000 faction with them, they still wouldn't let me purchase anything from them or sell to them. They insulted me, so they will do that. The city of Quanos, that's my hometown. I got 35,000 faction. I'm warming with them. Mounts. You have an equip slot and an appearance slot, just like up here you have an equipment slot and an appearance slot. So it works the same way with the mounts. Say if you had two different mounts, and the mount that you had the best stats on, because mounts have stats too, and you can benefit from them by riding them. You have to be riding them to benefit from them, and you can do mounted combat with your mount. And if you had two mounts and one of them had better stats, you will want to equip the one with better stats. And then if the one without better stats looked better than the one with the good stats that you are equipping, then you could put the one that doesn't have so good stats but looks better in the appearance slot right here. And then you could drag this button here. You could drag that. No, it's this button. You could drag this one to your hotbar. And I already have it on my hotbar, so I could just left click that and get rid of it. Right here, it says click to summon mount or drag to a hotbar. Familiars. Okay, familiars have stats too. I'm not sure we have familiars. If we obtain familiars in this Everquest 2 Origins, I know they have it on the live servers and some of the other type of servers on this game, but I'm not too sure about Everquest 2 Origins and this Ashanti Soul server. But you can see them here on this page here, and you can hover over them and inspect them and see what all they're about. This is a legendary. All of them are I think all of them are legendaries. Yeah, it says it over here too. Well, I'm not too sure about the green ones. Yeah, they're not legendaries. The green ones are celestial. I mean, well, this one is celestial. Let's see if this other green one is celestial too. Yep, that's what the green ones mean, celestial. Now the purple ones are fable, and I believe that's as high as they go. Fable is the best. goes quite a ways. There's plenty of them. 2022, 2021, season 7, and so on. 2019, season 2, 2017. I don't think we would get any of these familiars because this EverQuest 2 Origins is supposed to be back sometime before 2010 when EverQuest first came out. Sometime before that, I think it was 2006, but I don't quote me on that because I'm not too sure. And these go back as far as 2017. But they say season 1, so maybe just a little bit before 2017. Some months before that. So no, I don't think we'll be getting any of these familiars. Currency. Nothing at the moment. Maybe some currency, some different types of currency appear there as I level up and do more things in the game. The only currency I have right now is now you go to the equipment slot to see how much money you have, and your money if you're down here, right here, this is copper, right here, 88 copper, 13 silver, 0 gold, 0 platinum. Account flags. Nothing. Housing. I currently have a small house that they give you when you first start your character. Then you go to the housing merchant and then you do a short quest. Just speak to him and then speak to him again, and then he'll give you some items for your house, and you'll have access to an inn room or whatever town you decide to go to at the tutorial island. Access. So I had to pay 5 silver before I can access my home again. Now it's due by every 6 or 7 days, maybe 5 days. I'm not sure about that. I don't really remember, but it's due something like that every so many days. Now you could pay in advance, like you could pay 2 weeks in advance, 2 months in advance. You just keep adding to it. It may just keep letting you pay up as much as you want to pay, and then you won't have to worry about it for a while. But it doesn't really matter. You don't have to pay up like that because if you take some time off from the game, I actually wouldn't pay up like that. I would just pay once a week, because if you take some time off from the game, then that money will be wasted depending on how long you stay away from the game, because it gets used up even when you're offline. So if you add more than 1 week to your upkeep pay, and then you take a week off, then that week, one of those weeks is lost. That money is just lost. See, the escrow balance is what you pay up. If I pay 2 weeks or more, then my escrow balance will show up here. Place items. I currently have 4 of. I currently have 4 of 100 counted items. I can only have 100 in this small inn room. Rent status reduction 2. actually forget what status reduction does. Coin reduction, no. Now I'm gonna click on visit, but I can't visit it from here in this expansion, this first expansion of Everquest 2 Origins, because I don't think they had that implemented when this game first came out years ago as Everquest 2. They just call it Everquest 2 Origins now because it's just the name they came up with for this server. I mean, for this game here. Now the server is called Ashanti Soul that I'm on currently for this to be able to play Everquest 2 Origins. Now, if I'm in a hometown, if I'm in a city, then I could visit someone's house. You'll see a lot of houses come up here when you click on visit. You'll see a lot of players' houses come up here when you're in the city, and then if they allow people anybody to come to their home, then you can click on any one of their homes and go and be instantly ported into their house. So you can take a look around their house. Now you can't move anything in their house because most of them have restrictions off to move things in the house, but you can always just run around and look around in their house. And some of them have some really fantastic looking furniture and items in their houses. You can really fix up your house really well in this game with crafting stations and all of that type of stuff. A whole lot of different type of things. Depots, you can put depots in them. You could use the broker from your home. See, if I go over here and it has broker. Now on the live servers, if I click broker over here and I'm a subscriber, a subscriber to this game, like I pay monthly, every 3 months, every 6 months, or once a year. If I'm a subscriber, then I could click on broker and go and be able to use the broker from wherever I'm at in the game. But I can't do that on this Everquest 2 Origins because they don't have that option available for this server. But you can use it when you're in your home if you have some type of board that they give you when you first get your first house, and then you can place it in your home, and then you will put either bags or containers in the slot that's on the board, and then you'll be able to put stuff inside the bags or containers, stuff that you want to sell. That's how you sell stuff to the broker in your home. You have to have the board, the market board, that's what it's called. You have to have the market board, and then you can place bags or containers within the market board, and you can get bags from tailorers, and you can get containers from, let me see what this is called. I think you get containers from carpenters. Yeah, I think carpenters make containers, and then the tailorers make the bags. Tailorers make leather items and cloth items and bags. and a few other things. Housing tab right here, biography. Now say you don't have to do this, but you can click on the edit button and then type. See where the cursor is blinking right here. You can type in a biography of your character. Just a nice touch to have. To when people inspect you, then you have a little story to tell about your character, just to make it stand out a little more. Restore items. Now these items are the most recent that I deleted from my inventory. And if I click on one of them, see restore lights up. Then that means I can click on restore and it says restore this item. I can restore this item. So anytime you destroy something, then the last few things that you destroy, you could go to this restore tab, restore items tab right here, and then click on whatever it is you want to restore, and then hit this restore button. Options. Character last name. It says you can change your last name once you reach level 20. So I think to do that, I will have to go to somewhere in a city, a main city, in order to change my name when I get to level 20. I have to go to a certain merchant and do it, get it done. I believe that's how it is. That's how it was in live. So it may be like that in this game too. Prefix title. You could acquire a prefix title, a suffix title. The prefix goes before my current name, Catman, and of course the suffix goes after my Catman name. So you can have 3 names in this game, 3 separate names. Character flags. Currently, I have anonymous click, and it says it hides your guild and zone from who queries. So someone could type /who /who and then type all. Space /who space all space. Then you can say a certain class, maybe a wizard. I say wizard, and then I click enter, and see where this white names right here says 35 players found, and then you scroll up, and then you can see all of the 35 players. Once you do that, that's a query that this over here in anonymous was talking about. It says hides your guild and zone from who queries. Now over here, this is the zone. When you type /who all and then a class name, that tells you of the zone name and the guild name of the person. See, now this person, this level 30 wizard right here named Abath is a human wizard, and their guild name is Ulamani, and their zone is Nekletos. So I can see there's guild name right here and their zone name. Now if you click anonymous, you check anonymous over here under the character screen, it hides your guild name and zone location from queries, like I just did over here for these people, for these wizards over here. It also doesn't allow people to inspect you, so they can't see what type of gear you're wearing too. So so I have that inspect. A lot of times people inspect you, want to see what type of gear you got. If you're in a group with them, they'll inspect you, and you won't even know they're inspecting you, and then they'll decide to themselves, to the group, whether you capable of doing enough damage in the group, or whatever role you play. They'll look at your gear and determine if they want to keep you in the group or not. So, you know, now most people won't do that, but you know, on a rare chance you will have somebody to do that type of stuff, and they may want to get rid of you if they don't think you up to par for the mobs that you're to face in a dungeon or something like that. So this is good to have. Role playing. When checked, other players will not see your class and level. So role playing is the same thing. They hide certain things, class and level. I think you can still inspect role players. I'm not sure about that. So I can have all of these clicked if I wanted to, but I'm gonna take these off because I don't role play. Away from keyboard. When checked, other players will see you as being away. Another word for that is AFK. Away AFK. Incoming messages will be automatically replied to with a message saying you are away. So if someone sends you a tail, that's a private message, a tail, they call it a tail. You see a little pink symbol come over, a little pink words come over here in chat. That means somebody sending you a tail. That's some type of private message that only you and the person sending you can see. And if you have this clicked on and you're away from your keyboard, then a message will be sent back to that person that sent you a tail, telling them that you are away from keyboard. Looking for work. Now, if you're some type of crafter and you want to make some money, make some coin by crafting, you can click this, and a sign will come above your head that says "looking for work." When checked, other players will see you as looking for work. Recruiting for guild. At least one class must be selected to recruit. So recruiting for guild, that's over here. You can check guilds over here in this EQ2 button, and go up here and click on guild. You can click guild right here and look for a guild to join, or either you could come down over here in one of these buttons right here, and here's the guild button right here, and click that, and you can search for different guilds to join, and click this button right here, this open button right here, left click on it, and you can go further down and look at more guilds, even more further down the list. See it moving. Now I'm gonna go back up by clicking this button, go back up to the top. All of these are guilds that's hiring people right now, and these icons, you could hover your mouse pointer over these icons, and it'll tell you about what that icon means, and it's something that this guild is willing to do, and what they are seeking. what type of players they are seeking, and what type of and if they're seeking crafters. This one is seeking crafters, fighters, and it says I would train new players. And right here, this icon says we enjoy doing quests, and right here we enjoy doing raids. So that's what type of that tells you what type of guild this is. And this is something else, some words, a message that they also say about their guild. It says respectful, friendly, inclusive, and drama-free teaching guild that enjoys helping fellow guildies of all levels. If you are looking for a great place to call home, come adventure with Riders of the Storm. And if this link right here was lit up green, then you could click on the link, and it will send a message to probably this Ratunga right here. That's what this mouse fella is right here. That's a Ratunga, and that's the race name, Ratunga, and that's probably who will be answering your message. And they usually, most of them respond back pretty quickly once you click that link, and then they'll send you a tell. They'll send you a message, or either they might just go ahead and invite you straight out, send you a straight guild invite. But most of them send you a tell and ask you certain questions, and then they'll decide if they want to invite you to their guild after you answer certain questions that they have. Now this one, see this green one right here. Now this is a link I can click on to join a guild. I currently don't have a guild right now, but I'm not gonna join one right now because I'm doing this tutorial. But that's what you can do. Click on one of these links, and it says this player is online right now. Click here to talk to them. So I can click this button, and I'll be talking to either Narcissus right here, or I'll be talking to Riot. Both of these are in the same guild. No, actually, I think these three players are in Riders of the Storm. That's what guild they are in. All of these belong to Rider of the Storm. So any of these three players, you click on one of these three links. This is their Discord link right here. So now this game does have a voice chat in it. Over here, you click on the E2 link, and then you go to options. Oh, I saw a voice link right here. Here it is, voice chat. Click on voice chat, and you can set up voice chat. But and then see it said firewall block. I can allow access. And then local channels allows you to hear and chat with players near your character in houses and guild halls. Auto join, automatically join local channels where available. Let me just test it out. Click both of these. Then let me see what's the hotkey for voice chat. Looking at options. Oh, here it is, voice options, voice chat. What's the hotkey? Oh, here it is, push to talk key. It's the left control button. So the left control button is on the left side of my keyboard. That's the left control button. Now let me push it and see what it says. Test mic. Testing. Testing 1 2 3. Yeah, it works. No, it's not working right now because it won't let me record. Test your microphone and speakers. So that's probably why they have a Discord link in there. I figured that, but I was just testing it just to be sure. Just wanted to show how you could go to voice chat within the game. Now it should be still working in live, EQ2 live, the live servers. But on this server, this Ashanti Sewell server, where you play Everquest Origins, they don't have that voice chat within the game. Oh, let me turn this off. Uncheck these. Enable voice. Turn that off. It doesn't work, but I'm just turning it off anyway. So when it does work, I won't be surprised because I wear my headset. So that's that. If I click on another guild, then other faces will pop up. And it's one person in this guild that you could contact to join his guild. This player is online now. Click here to talk with them, so I can join that guild. It's at minimum level. Oh, but no, I can't join this guild because it says minimum level 15, and I'm only level 7 right now. So you have to make sure you read everything that the guild says, so you won't waste your time and waste their time when you contact them. You know, make sure you meet all their requirements and then contact them. Voice chat tutorial. Well, voice chat, in-game voice chat is not working right now. So guilds are using Discord for their voice, and they have their link on their guild page within the game. This is not letting me get rid of this. Oh, yes, enable voice chat. No. Graphics, head cover. Currently I have my head cover hidden right here. I think I went over this yesterday. I'm not sure. Now if I click show hood, now I can click show hood or helm. If I had a helm on, it would show my helm. Or if I had a hood like a mage wears hoods, then it would show my hood on my head. If I had on a robe that had a hoodie, or I could just click show helm. If I had a helm, I just wanted to show my helm or hood. Okay, now I have a helm, so I'm gonna click show helm. Now you see on my character right here, it shows my helm. But I'm gonna click hide head cover. Now back cover, back gear, show cloak. If I had a cloak, it would show my cloak. Or I could click where it says show melee weapons. If I want my melee weapons to show, I will click that. Or if I had a bow on my back, I could click show equip bow. Or if I wanted to have one of these, like if I wanted to have my cloak, then I would click either show melee weapons or show equip bow. Then it wouldn't show my cloak. I could have it hidden. Hide my illusion form. When checked, illusions will not change your appearance. So if I'm wearing an illusion for certain stats, or like a I'm not sure if the coercer or the illusionist in this game, uh, those are like enchanters, but they have different skills than EQ2, classic EQ2. I mean classic EQ, EQ2, EQ1. they have way different from the enchanter in that game, totally different. But if I was wearing an illusion form, I could just click this button and it would hide it. Okay. Display heraldry on cloak. When checked, your cloak will display your guild heraldry. Heraldry. Voice. Emote. I can't change that. It stays as a caramel. I'm clicking on it, but it does nothing. Combat. Default. This feature requires Desert of Flames, so when we get to Desert of Flames expansion, then I can change this. This default combat. That's the sounds of the combat. Voice, combat voice. When I'm in combat, I have a different voice than when I'm just not in combat. The Karen 1 male is the voice that's not in combat, and the default combat is a different voice. Sounds combative. Privacy. Decline duels. Decline all duels. I have this checked because a lot of people they'll send you a dual invite, and if you decline it, if I don't have the check and I decline it, they may keep sending me dual invites, and I don't want that because it, it 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 puts a message that you have to click because it be in your way and you can't hardly see stuff sometimes. If when they send you the invite, depending on where you have that message at on your screen, but you can move it around when you press F10 and change stuff like I did yesterday, like I showed yesterday. You could move that wherever that message is on your screen. You can move it around. But yeah, I keep this on unless I actually want to do something. Then I could click this and turn it off for that moment. And click that, turn it back on. Decline trades, decline group invites, decline raid invites, decline guild invites, decline voice chat invites. I got hide achievements. Check. So when people inspect me, they won't be able to see my achievements. But I don't think they can see my achievements anyway because I don't think they can see anything about me because I have anonymous check. And that hides, I think it hides everything about you. Auto attack mode. Currently, yeah, I've been over this in my other video. Yeah, I've been over that yesterday. But one thing about yesterday, when I was talking about a ranger, when a ranger uses both the ranged attack, the ranged auto attack, and the ranged melee attack. So when they're far away from a mob that they want to attack, when they attack it with a combat ability, then they'll automatically, if they shoot their bow from range with an ability, then they'll automatically go into a range combat attack mode without clicking on this button. It'll automatically do it. It'll just depress itself automatically. And then when the mob gets close to them, um, doing that same mob that they attack from range, when it gets close to them, because it's gonna come close to you, and when it does, then this range auto attack automatically switches to melee auto attack by itself. So that's what this automatic mode does. It automatically switches from range to melee depending on how far the mob is away from you. Now if you have force melee means that whenever you're attacking something, it'll stay in auto attack melee. Even if you have a range skill, it won't auto attack in range. It'll wait till the mob get close to you, and then it'll auto attack in melee. Or you could do force range if you are a caster. And you don't want a melee. You just keep force range on, and it'll stay in the range spell mode, auto attack mode. Or you could click off and turn it all off, and you won't do any type of auto attack. Now you need that sometimes to turn off your auto attack when you are facing certain high level mobs, certain raid mobs. When we get to certain expansions, I don't know about this server if they have any mobs, if they will have any mobs like that where you have to turn off your auto attack. But I know on the live servers of Everquest 2, they have in the higher level experience zones, raid zones and stuff, they have certain mobs that you have to turn off your auto attack. Otherwise the mob will kill you instantly. I think in a pretty low level dungeon, I think in the dungeon in what's that zone? In starts with a B. I forget, a level 35 zone. I forgot the name of that dungeon. It's a dwarf dungeon. Anyway, that dungeon, I forgot the name of it, but I think they have a mob in there where you have to turn off your auto attack in order to do well against that mob. I'm not sure though. I don't remember totally, but I think you do. Not sure about that though. Oh, he attacked one of these encounters, so both of them attacked him. Oh, he could probably take them out pretty easy. Level 6 Troubadour. EQ2 Sheriff. Well, let me look at options. See if I've been over everything. Advanced options. Enable spell filtering options. I think that has to do with the combat. The combat. I'm not sure about that, but I think it has to do with this combat tab over here in chat. It may filter when you cast a spell if you're a caster. It may do that over here when you look at when you cast on something. It does a log right here about exactly what type of combat you're doing if you're a caster. Okay, and stats. I've been over that yesterday. All the different stats. So many stats over here. Deity. I don't know if they have that on the server either, but on live they have where you go to a deity and you have to pray to some idol and stuff to get certain abilities from the deity to use. Some of the abilities are powerful, and some of the you can get a, a little pet from some of these. I think from all of the deities, you could gain a pet when we get to a certain expansion. You can gain a pet within alternate advancements. They have a line in ultimate advancement, but see, we can't get to this tab until we get to the Kingdom of Sky. That's what it says right here. Requires Kingdom of Sky expansion. Well, there's a line, ultimate advancement line that you could spec into that allows you to improve your deity pet, and it provides certain buffs for you. And you have to do certain quests for your deity and all that. Yeah. Buying zone unknown. Account age 5,500 days. Membership level member subscriber. Okay, that's all of this. So I've been over everything on this character sheet. Quest journal is over here too. You can reach the quest journal from over here on the right side right here, and you can reach the store, the marketplace. And I have a buff right here too, above the marketplace symbol icon, and I have a buff, the same buff over on this side. Now I could move those buffs if I wanted to, just like I press F10 and I can move it. I can slide this anywhere on the screen. Take a screenshot with this. Yeah, once I press F10 again, I'm back to normal. Go to the marketplace. I looked at some of these things in here yesterday when I did that video. So I don't think I'll go over this again, but this is the marketplace. And when you're a subscriber, you get 500 daybreak coins every month. You can also send gifts to people. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I'm not sure if we can send gifts to people on this server either. But the button is lit up right here, so maybe, I don't know. Now over here, this button is the map, community, where you can have you can type the name of a friend in this box, click add, and that friend will be added to you. It's courtesy to ask them, but it's not necessary to ask them to be able to add a person as a friend. It'll still do it. Find players. Click that and find players. There's all kind of different ways you can find players and stuff. Ignore it. Type the person in, name it in this box that you want to ignore, then click ignore, and then you won't see any messages from them anymore. Say if you see some gold subs in the chat, usually there'll be only on live servers. You may see some type of gold sellers in the chat on live servers, and then you can put the name in this ignore box, and then click ignore, and then won't see any messages from them anymore. Friends, same thing. Guild housing button right there. This right here next to the EQ2 button. Okay, you have the camp button to log out. Make sure in your settings when you first start a character that you come over here to the EQ2 button, go to options, then go to game windows, options, EQ2 interface, wait, EQ2 button, then options, then user interface, then game windows, and then over here where it says escape opens main menu, make sure you have that checked, because sometimes if you minimize your if you have it so that's not full screen and you minimize it, then when you minimize it, and you go back to the main, to full screen, sometimes I forget exactly how it was, but sometimes one way or the other your EQ2 button won't be shown. It'll be hidden in your screen and it'll be hard to get out of there. Now you could always press Alt Tab plus Tab and get out, but sometimes I had trouble with that. Sometime before I had some trouble with that, and so I always try to make sure I have this check. Escape opens main menu. So I click escape right now. Wait a minute. I click escape right now and see the main menu opens up. Then I could click log out right here at the bottom. That's the main purpose for that, so you could be able to log out easy. Click log out right here at the bottom. Or you can click this E2 button right here and log out. Provide feedback. If you have a feedback about something you want to suggest, you can click in this box and type it in here, and you can copy it to the forums right here or send the feedback right there. Report a bug. Click that and you can report bugs in game. Post bug. Help, the help button. Now that's a welcome feature. Let me see if it works on this server. Yep, see all this stuff over here. A lot of that stuff I've been explaining can be found over here in this help button. That's you click the EQ2 button over here, or press escape if you have that in your options, like I was just talking about. Check, you press escape, and I'll click the E2 button over here in the left hand corner, bottom left hand corner, and then click on help right here. That's near the bottom, this help button right here, and then this screen will open up, and you have tutorial right here on the left, explains all about stuff about the game, and then you have a player guide right here explain some more stuff. So everything can be found in most everything can be found in these two tabs right here that you need to know. Now there's still some things they don't talk about, but for the bulk of it, it's right here in the player guide and tutorial right here. Now let me see. Okay, yeah, this is what I wanted to show you right here, where it says at this the second one from the top, user interface basics. It's in the player guide near the top. Over here, this command right here that you can type in the chat. That's where you type it at. Excuse me, you enter it in chat. It says load UI settings. This is very much needed if you have multiple characters and you made a new character. Say if you have a lot of other characters on a server, it's got to be on the same server though, and you make I don't know, I'm not sure about that. I don't think it has to be on the same server, but you can type /load _ UI settings right here, and then once you do that, let me go ahead and show you. And then you press enter, and what it does, see all the characters I have. Yeah, it works for all the characters on all the servers of this game. So it works for the live server characters and the time lock progression characters on those servers. It works on all the servers of the game. And what you can do is click on one of these, and it says import user interface settings. So instead of doing the settings of each character that you have, all you would have to do is type in that command in the chat and choose one of your other characters that you want to import their settings to your new character. And once I click OK, it'll change my whole interface screen to the same setup that character has. Now I'm not going to do it because I want to keep this setup that I currently have for this character. I've already used that command when I first created this character, and I took the settings from one of my other characters, so I'm not going to do it again right now. But see, I have these characters across all the different servers that I have characters on this Everquest 2 game. So I have some on the Hall of Fate server, Ashanti Sul, Barsoom server, Isle of Refuge, Skyfire server, and so on. Halls of Fate, Maju, all of that. So that's good. That's a good command to know. It's really helpful. Calendar. Have a calendar over here. So you can left click in the calendar left click on this hover over this name where it says Neriac City, and it tells you about the festivals, what date and time the festival gonna start and end. Okay, this Neriac City has a festival coming up. Oh, it's already started. It started on September the 1st, 2024 at 3 a.m. and it ends September the 8th, 2024 at 2:59 a.m. So, if you're an evil character, you could go to Neriac and do things within their festival, enjoy the festivities of that city. And over here, you have a Moonlight Festival coming up. You hover over the name that's on the calendar, the name at the bottom of the tab of different dates. Right here it says Moonlight right here. If you can see that I'm going back and forth with my mouse pointer, it says Moonlight something right here. Down here, Nights of the. That's all I can see is Nights of the. I can't see the rest of it, but I can see that the little tab that comes up says Nights of the Dead. And so that's the calendar. And so that's about everything. I've been over everything else. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. It's time to eat, so thank you for joining me, and see you next time.